Welcome to McCoy's Little Farm. This is the first ever video we've created for this brand. I'm Julia McCoy, and this brand is all about helping you grow real food and live a better life. So today's video is going to be all about clean eating. I've been doing this, our family, the McCoys, have been doing this for 2 years. We detoxed 2 Julys ago, and it's made the biggest difference mentally and physically, and we will probably never go back. So in today's video, I'm going to tell you about the SAD, or Standard American Diet, and then we're going to go into all of these amazing clean foods that I have around me. We have breads, drinks, sauces, vegetables, fruits, and then your snacks, coffee, kids foods, and of course cookbooks. Are there cookbooks to follow? What can you do that's simple, easy, quick? We are entrepreneurs. My husband and I both run several businesses. We don't have a lot of time. So in this video, we're going to focus on how to save time and eat clean and be your best self. Let's get into it. Since this is our first video, I want to go over a couple things with you about McCoy's Little Farm and what we're doing before I get into how to eat clean and all of these beautiful foods behind me. And you've probably already read this. I don't know if you can read it from the position of the camera, but if you're brand new to clean eating, you have to watch this documentary created by a paleo chef called Pete Evans, The Magic Pill. Have your whole family watch it. Pick an evening, sit down and watch it. It will open your eyes and change the way you think about food. That is why I'm eating clean. Okay, so back to a couple quick things before today's topic. So a few quick things about our brand and our values, as this is our first video. My husband and I are not selling any MLM products. We kind of made that commitment before we did this brand. We only wanted to tell you and share about products that have changed our lives. Honestly, the whole idea for McCoy's Little Farm didn't come from a need to make money. It came from a need to share this with others because we feel like we've found a secret in our lives that has helped us accomplish so much, and we want to share that with others. That's why McCoy's Little Farm came to life in 2020 with the pandemic and the way people view their health and the way food is viewed. All of that needs to change, and when there's change, amazing things happen. So we wanted to be a voice, we wanted to help others, and that's why we launched this brand. So you might be wondering, well, how are you going to monetize this? Why are you doing it? Well, we plan to do that in a couple ways. We're going to do coaching and consulting. My husband, he's not here in this video. He will be in the next ones. He has taught himself a skill that literally increased our last house we lived in. It increased our house value, and we sold for about 20% more than what our house was worth because of the skill he learned, which was building a greenhouse. So he's changed up that skill, learned a few more skill sets, and now he's doing indoor hydroponic gardening. So we're going to teach you how to grow a garden indoors. We're going to do coaching and consulting and sell that through our website. That's one way we're going to monetize this brand. And then we're going to sell local produce here in Georgetown, Texas. We're going to sell fresh eggs and hydroponically grown produce. Follow our journey. Facebook page is McCoy's Little Farm. Here on YouTube, it's this channel. Subscribe and go check out our website, mccoysfarm.com. Okay, so I just wanted to let you know our intentions and what's going on with the brand. Let you know you're not going to be in some sales funnel, all that crap. So today we're here to talk about clean foods. I briefly mentioned this, but 2 Julys ago, we watched this documentary called The Magic Pill, and it was created by a paleo chef called Pete Evans. And what he teaches is that food is a medicine. Food can be your preventative and your cure, but food is often abused. Agriculture in America is driven by the need for profit. It's not driven by health. And unfortunately, that means the food we eat is often not good for us. So what I learned after watching this documentary was not a diet. In fact, I'm not a paleo diet person. None of us are. We're not keto, we're not paleo. We just eat clean. And that has changed our life. So what I've learned is that eating clean really comes down to anti-inflammatory and alkaline foods. So inflammation is the body's response to anything that's bad for it. And that could be a lack of exercise. That could be eating processed foods, lots of sugar all day. The body has a response to that, and that's inflammation. Inflammation becomes chronic when you live in that way. You don't exercise, you don't ever eat well. You drink soda all day, you're eating all of the brands found in our grocery store aisles, and you're not differentiating and putting anything clean in your diet. Your body responds with inflammation, and chronic inflammation leads to some serious health issues. So before I detox, I used to get sick once a month. I used to get sinus infections that came with 105-degree fever. That meant I couldn't leave my bed and take care of my kid and clean my house and do my work. I was out for a week when I had those terrible sinus infections. My body was inflamed and responding to all the sugar and all the crap I was eating. On top of that, I had really severe mood swings. I was super happy and then super depressed, really nervous, really irritated. I had headaches, leg pain, muscle cramps, fatigue. At 2 p.m. I was so tired. I literally couldn't think whenever I was doing my work. And worst of all, I had this weird issue. Every single morning I had tons of mucus and I thought I was gonna have to live with it. In fact, it was so bad that I didn't schedule any client calls till after 12 noon because literally up until 12 noon I was producing yellow mucus and I was coughing it out every 10 minutes. And speaking for more than a sentence at a time, my voice would completely break and I couldn't speak. That was me 2 years ago, and I literally thought, because of the way I was raised, we weren't raised, my family didn't think any differently. I thought I was gonna have to live with that for the rest of my life. I don't know if you've been there, but what I learned after watching The Magic Pill and becoming acquainted with food and what's in our food is that all of those things I listed, that I named, I had sinus infections, leg pain, terrible headaches, muscle cramps, fatigue, and that chronic mucus. And then on top of that, I also had like cystic acne on my face I couldn't get rid of. I had to wear makeup, like tons of makeup before I did a video. I'm actually wearing no makeup right now except for eyeliner. What I learned was that all those symptoms are signs of excess acidity and the body's response to stress triggers. And stress triggers are our food. If we're eating refined sugar and processed crap and heavy oils that shouldn't enter our body, that things are fried in, and all the things that really weren't grown here on this earth, but they were produced in a factory. We breed super chickens in a poultry farm now that can't even walk when they're adults because we want mass chicken production so we can get to market quicker and sell more meat for more profit. So what I learned is all the bad stuff, literally, is the SAD, Standard American Diet. And all of the good stuff isn't in your traditional Standard American diet. Clean foods, whole foods, raw, low sugar, not chemically treated, non-GMO. What I also learned was that organic as a label doesn't really mean clean. So having a regular diet of clean foods can really restore your body's natural balance. And I want to talk about that for a second before we get into the clean foods. So your body isn't broken. Mine isn't broken. We were born with everything we need to have a beautiful, happy, full life. That includes health. What I learned after watching this documentary and then following the journey of the experts that were listed in that documentary was, it was kind of a breakthrough to learn this. Your body actually leads you in the direction of the foods you should eat. So like, for example, whenever I'm making tacos, I don't follow a recipe anymore. I just kind of look at the ingredients and think, what sounds good? What feels good? And that's how I come up with all my taco seasonings that blow the minds of people whenever we share our dinners with guests. Your body can lead the way. But here's the thing, if your body is in a chronic state of inflammation and it's high in acidity, your body can't really lead the way. So before you eat clean, I would really challenge you, watch this documentary and then do what my husband and I did 2 Julys ago. to jumpstart the whole journey, which was a detox. And you can Google, and there's a million detoxes, but really all you need to do to get to clean eating, great health, great state of being, more physical and mental abilities, all you need to do is get off 4 things. And those 4 things are dairy, grains, processed oils, and refined sugars. Dairy, grains, processed oils, refined sugars. So all the name brands that you might be eating up to date, Fritos, Kellogg's, Hershey's, you name it, all that stuff has to go. And my challenge to you is try to go 4 days at least without those 4 things. That's cow dairy, all of the cow cheeses, just stop eating them. Grains, that's bread, as much as possible, try to stop eating them. Processed oils and refined sugars. So I did that after I watched that documentary, and what happened is I actually got a detox flu because I did it so rapidly. I kind of like tore that out of my life. And what happened is I had this 105-degree fever, but it went away and it was gone in just a few hours. And then like I had the most energy I've probably ever had in my life. Even when I was 12 years old, I didn't have the kind of energy I have today at 29 years old. So your body can instinctively tell you what it needs, whether it's, carrots and turmeric one day because maybe you're fighting an inflammation from a bug that your friend gave you when your friend was over and you didn't even know. Your body will tell you what it needs. But in order to get your body back to that natural state, you do have to detox and clear your body of all of the toxins that are running through it from the standard American diet, the way we eat. So my husband did the detox a little bit more gradually. He slowly took those things out of his diet. It was a process of weeks. And he also is at the state I am, where the magic happens. The magic pill is called that for a reason. Your body responds with a very strong response. If you start to eat bad foods that affect your physical and your mental well-being, your body starts to respond. So today, if we go and we buy Domino's pizza. First of all, I can't look at it, I can't smell it, I can't taste it. I don't want it. My body is like, nope. So if I was to eat it, to force myself to eat that, immediately it's like, I just want to throw it up and get it out of my system. So your body will automatically tell you what not to eat. And you won't have the problem that everyone complains about that I hear whenever I talk about clean eating. Well, I can't commit to it because I have these cravings. Those cravings are from the toxins in our bodies. Isn't that crazy? And you've got to watch this documentary because I'm not an expert. I'm not a medical practitioner. I'm not a nutritionist. I'm just someone that studied the data and then applied it, and wow, my life has changed. So if you get the toxins out of your body, you detox, you cut out the cow dairy, you cut out the processed grains, the refined sugars, the processed oils. Your body will tell you what it needs, and there will be days where greens look extra good and they taste like candy. And there will be days where the cheeses that we eat now, which is goat cheese, look extra good because you need some protein, you need some potassium. So your body leads the way. We were all born with this. Okay, so now that you have some background and some history, let's get into the clean foods and the categories that I buy that help us stay optimum physically and mentally. Let's get into it. Okay, so here is all of our breads and the drinks that we buy and then the cheeses. So first of all, let's go into why I've switched to goat dairy. So goat dairy is the only type of dairy that we eat. This is a really good brand, Bella Capra goat cheese. I get this at H-E-B. This is another excellent brand, La Claire Family Creamery. I also get that at H-E-B. I think it's also available at Whole Foods. And then this brand as well, Montchevre. I don't know how to say French names, but this is an excellent, excellent brand as well. Okay, so that's what we do with cheese. And those cheeses, no lie, they are amazing. You can shred this and put it on a pizza. You can cut this up and eat it with crackers. This is the milk that we feed our 6-year-old. She's kind of growing up on goat milk. And you know what's crazy about goat milk versus cow? So there's less sugar. The amount of sugar content is much, much, much lower in goat milk. It's less acidic. So remember what we were talking about, acidic and alkaline? So bacteria doesn't grow well. In an alkaline environment, everyone's different. So your pH level is not my pH level. But what we've learned is this agrees with us really well. It goes down really good. We feel more energetic. We have mental and physical energy. So anything goat we approve of. It's clean, and these brands are clean. So you might notice nothing says organic. So that was something I was talking about earlier. I actually went wrong the first year of going clean, and I bought fully organic. And what I've learned is if you can find things that are plain and wholesome, they're sometimes better than the marketing that people pay for in organic foods, which is, you know, really sad. But again, like, we're in a money driven market. You have to remember that. So it's not about the labels. So this is just, you know, pasteurized goat's milk. And that's important. I want you to start reading the labels. That's what we do. Super, super important. Look for anything added. So if we backtrack a little here, step number one would be to look at labels. Start reading labels. And what you want to avoid are anything processed and added. So look for whole and raw as much as possible. And the smaller the ingredient list, usually the better the food. So here's another example of what we're talking about. So this is not an organic bread, but this is a bread that we eat. It's by Heartland Bread Company, and it says specifically untreated, unbleached wheat flour. Those things are really important, more important than organic. Contains no fats, no oils, no chemicals or preservatives. And it's a local company, which is, you know, as much as possible. We prefer local companies. So we're actually in Georgetown. This is Dallas, but it's still the same state. This bread is delicious. My little one ate a piece and she's like, this tastes like candy. So tacos, we do a lot of tacos. This is the shells we buy. This one's not as good. So this one we kind of cheapened out a little bit. We could definitely do better with taco shells. But what's more important is what's in the taco shell. So you can have a little bit of imbalance in your diet as long as the core of your diet is good and wholesome. The adults in our family, that's Josh and I, we've completely replaced any cow dairy with this. It's so much better than almond milk. It's like just so much better. Macadamia nut milk, we actually get it in bulk on Amazon. For drinks, we do kombucha or apple cider vinegar beverages. This is a brand that I trust. They don't have any added ingredients. It's really good. You can see from the label, there is no sugar added, no colors added, no high fructose corn syrup, caffeine-free, non-alcoholic, no preservatives, very low sodium. So all those things are super important. And then the ingredient list, and then the sugars. So there's only 9 grams of sugar, and the serving is 1 per container. So that's not bad. You will be shocked at how much sugar is in everything. It's appalling. Like, you don't need to put 30 grams of sugar in a little Coke bottle. You just don't, but it's in there. And that's toxic. That should not be going through our body in one sitting. And the taste of this is actually really good. You know, I've had people ask me, well, what about the taste of all of this stuff? And it's really good. Once you detox your body, seriously, and your body knows what's good for it, and your body is back to that natural state, you are going to crave all of these good things. This is a replacement for soda, as well as La Croix, terrible pronunciation, but that's on recall actually, and there was a hidden not clean ingredients in that brand, so I don't trust that brand at all. I won't buy it. So this is a much better brand, Waterloo. The ingredient list is really good. There's 0 grams of added sugar. All it is, you know, 2 ingredients, so that's really good stuff. Instead of sugar, this is what we do. We do pure and local honey, and this is within a 10-mile radius of where we live. So this can reduce all kinds of seasonal allergens that you get if you just incorporate it into your diet. So this will go on top of cereal, that'll go inside of my desserts that I bake, that'll go in my coffee in the morning. So sugar has been replaced by that. Primal Kitchen is a brand that I trust. It's low sugar, there's nothing added. You can see down here, keto friendly, no soy or canola oil, no cane sugar. So that's all super important. Ketchup, Primal Kitchen does ketchup as well. It's the best ketchup I've ever tasted. And this is another good brand because it says sugar-free. Sugar-free is almost more important than organic, seriously, because you're getting more raw, wholesome food. Okay, so these are some of Josh's hydroponic vegetables. This is mustard greens, and this is a head of romaine. Beautiful food. And of course, lots of fruits, blueberries, blackberries are good for your diet. So what about meats? So we do bison and we do some ground beef. I don't eat this often. Really, like we were talking about, your body will lead you. If there's a day you need beef because maybe you've worked out like way hard, you should eat some beef and your body will tell you what it needs. You'll have a craving. What about cookbooks? Okay, so this is a book I bought after we watched The Magic Pill. It's a super important book because it tells you what's going on with the diseases that we have and why. And it talks about breaking that vicious cycle. So the introduction really of this book is really good if you want to understand the science behind clean eating and an anti-inflammatory diet. These two cookbooks are my go-to. I've tried and bought a lot, but these are my favorites. So this one has 900 different recipes. You can get it on Amazon, all paleo, and some of them are fancier than others, but you know, you don't have to cook fancy, you can keep it simple. This one I love because it's very simple food. You can make it in 10 minutes. Like you can have a meal ready in 10 minutes. And it's family focused, so it's really easy and delicious. Get these two cookbooks. These will serve you for months to come. You will have so many ideas on what to make that's healthy and delicious for your whole family. What about snacks, coffee, shakes, and smoothies? So shakes and smoothies back here. I got turmeric powder. I have a super seed blend with flax, chia, and hemp. I have superfoods. So superfoods, golden berries, maca powder, acai powder, camu powder. All of that goes really good in shakes and smoothies in the morning, which are excellent to boost your health, especially right away in the morning. The first thing you should start your day with is water, like a lot of it, and then start putting food and nutrition into your system. Turmeric is excellent. For me personally, I seem to be somebody who is always inflamed for whatever reason. So I need lots of turmeric. And these turmeric mixes, I got these at Whole Foods. I think Gaia, you can find that on Amazon as well. These are specifically meant to restore your body. So having these is necessary for me because anytime I have an off day, maybe I've eaten something bad the night before, that's super important for me. So whenever it comes to baking, almond flour, einkorn flour. Einkorn is the only wheat that's never been hybridized. And hybridized is what the agricultural industry has done to mega produce our wheat and make it contain tons of gluten, tons more gluten than normal wheat should have. So start cooking with jovial einkorn flour. It will make all the difference, all the difference. Snacks, Late July is a brand I trust. They do have some added sugar, but it's not a lot. And you're still getting like really wholesome ingredients. If it's corn, it's gonna be organic corn. It's gonna be better than what you find in many other snacks. And as you can see, look at that, 0 grams of added sugar. So you're not gonna find that in Frito-Lay, you know? You're gonna find tons of crap, tons of sugar, tons of refined oils that we should not be eating. And then the last thing is sugar, which this deserves a video all by itself, but these are the only types of candies I eat, and they make different ones. So this is like a peach ring replacement, and this is like a little sugary treat replacement. But these have 3 grams of sugar per bag. It's so worth it to switch and use Smart Sweets because let's be real, you know, we're always gonna have a sugar craving. Way back in the hunter-gatherer days, like we needed sugar to hunt and catch the food that we had to have for dinner. It gave us that last bit of energy. So we're made even primally to need sugar. So this is what I eat. So I don't consume American traditional tons and tons of sugar that you're gonna find in the SAD, the standard American diet. So these have 3 grams of sugar. And the type of sugar is really important. You don't want to eat processed, refined cane sugar. And oftentimes organic sugar is still that refined cane sugar. There's also tons of fiber in this, 13 grams. And of course, 3 grams for the whole bag, which you can verify back here, which is just amazing. You're not eating tons of sugar. And what they're sweetening it with is allulose, which is a natural sweetener found in raisins and figs. So your body doesn't treat it like sugar. And whenever you watch The Magic Pill, like and you research, sugar is one of the worst ingredients, because what happens with excess sugar is it eats away at your gut and it kind of just lives in your system and you never get rid of it easily. So it's like one of the worst toxins you can fill your body with. Okay, so that's a wrap. Thanks for watching McCoy's Little Farm. I hope that this video on clean foods was of help. If you liked it, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, comment with any questions, and maybe we will do another video on sugar or a similar topic.
Bye. See you later.
Thanks for watching.